Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. Unboxing today, I've been sent a Steyr Mannlicher SM12 in 308. So I'm going to open this up, have a look at it and see what's in the box. I've not shot this specific rifle before, but Steyr Mannlichers have proven to me to have extremely trustworthy barrels with very little problem whatsoever. Now this one's available in all sorts of calibers, some of the standard ones like 243, 308, 70, 708, 7x64, 270, 3006, they're all available at the standard price of the rifle. Some of them actually, there are some more calibers which are just like cost premium, some of the more interesting ones like 300 WSM, etc. and some of the more obscure European hunting calibers. Let's see if we can open this up out of its packet. This one is a walnut stock, so I'll need to take very good care of it. And there we are. That is very nice. As a reviewer, I do like synthetic rifles because they're far less easy to damage, but I think when you look at that, what a beautiful stock that is. We've got all the fish scale patterns on the walnut, hog's back, we've got slight Monte Carlo cheek piece here, rubber recoil pad, sling swivel at the rear and at the front, and the barrel is fully floating. So we can put a bipod on that if we want to, or we can carry it more conventionally and shoot it off rest. Now you can see on here, this has got the beautiful barley twist finish, which Steyr do leave from their cold hammer forging process. And as I've just said, they are some of the best barrels I've used so far for being consistent. So let's take the bolt out. Everything else in here we have got a test target quality certificate, which gives us the ammunition used, which is Gecko Express 10.7 grams, which is 170, 80 grains, I can't remember off the top of my head. And that passes their test criteria. I'm not 100% sure I'm actually allowed to shoot this rifle because it is quite an exclusive, rare specification. Another thing about Steyr Mannlicher is the manuals are, do you know what? Steyr and Accuracy International produce the best rifle handbooks, and some of the best rifles actually, but the handbooks are notably very detailed and carry all sorts of factors about running them in, using them, getting the most from them, etc, etc. So let's just discard this to one side for a bit of space. Now looking at the bolt, I'm quite familiar with how these work now. So there are 4 lugs on the bolt. It's a full diameter bolt, so you get great transit through the action without any kind of jamming or interference at all. Now, so we've got the characteristic Steyr bolt handle shape, and that will fire. That's got a 2-stage trigger. Now, this has got a different safety catch to the ones we've seen before on some of the Steyr sporting rifles, and I've not seen it myself, so here we go. So that's forward and it's in firing position. If I draw that backward, what's that going to do? You're learning on camera as I am. So if I push that, if I pull it back, it doesn't come back, but if I press that down, that then allows it to come back. Now that feels almost like a decocker, so I'll be interested to know what that does. Now that locks the bolt. Does it have the Steyr feature whereby the bolt clips down? No, it doesn't clip down in the same way that some of the previous ones have done. It's not a problem, it's just that some of the previous Steyrs, once it was on safe, you could clunk the bolt handle even lower down to make it even lower profile. So we are now, I think, definitely safe, but possibly decocked as well, and that does feel like a decocker. In fact, on the back of the bolt here, we can see that the actual firing pin actually protrudes as I cock that action. So, you know, you're learning at the same speed I'm learning. Let's just go back to this trigger system now, because Steyrs often have a single set. Now this one, it does have a single set. I suspect this will be incredibly light. You can just about touch it and it is very crisp, but it is very light. Let's just go one more time on that one. And then in normal operation it has got 2 stages. I quite like that. The set trigger is an improvement over previous Steyr set triggers, which were incredibly light. That, I can actually feel tactile presence of my finger on the trigger blade itself and just add a slight pressure to it. So it's not scary light as the previous ones were. And I do think I might use that. But as standard, the trigger does have 2 stages and it's quite crisp, a little bit of over travel coming through it. So the rifle looks like it will take a Picatinny rail or Picatinny bases, Weaver bases on the top there. And to look at a little bit more detail on the stock, it's fully free floating as I said. And we've got the fish scale patterns. The magazine system is familiar Steyr twin column unit. That works very well, and it will of course load in or out of the rifle, which is great. Trigger guard is steel, that fits there, and there are twin latches on the magazine release. There is quite a hefty palm swell on this right-handed stock. It's a very nice stock, to be fair. It certainly gives you plenty to hold on to. I can imagine in some of the larger calibers that's going to be more comfortable unit to shoot, because you're not kind of holding this little the very open pistol grip stocks can be so thin and nothing to hold on to. But that's got, and it's also got a cap on the end, so you've got a little bit of an edge to hold on to there. Let's have a look at some of the dimensions on it. Barrel length looks like 22 inches, 560 millimeters. Overall length 43.5 inches, which is 1110 millimeters. Length of pull, let's have a look at length of pull. That's nice. That's 14.75 inches, which is 374 millimeters. Now that is good. Means you're not going to have any problems. You can always have a stock shortened, but of course you can't lengthen it. And this is oil finished walnut, so it's definitely worth looking after. Now I'm going to have a little go with the trigger gauge on here and see what this tells me. Switch this on. Now I am usually a bit of a metric man, so pop that on there. That's braking at 640 grams. Let's just give it a few fair trials there. I add it on, add the pressure very carefully, pull it in a straight line. 758. $740. Interesting point about trigger gauges, some of them work different ways, but the faster you pull them, the lighter you'll make the trigger weight. So it's well worth doing a few measurements and pulling it very steadily, because if I put that on there and just snatch it quickly, oh look, 410 grams, breaks lighter. Let's just have a little go with this single set trigger, see if we can get a measurement on it. Again, I'll add it very gently, pull it very slowly. 244 grams. Let's have another go. Oh, slightly different. Oh, I didn't set it that time, did I? 243 grams. So one more for good luck. Oh, need to set it then to 158. So maybe I was a little bit faster on it that time than before. So here we go. That's the Steyr SM12. All the other specifications are available for it on the Steyr website, but those are the ones that I like to measure myself and make sure what's going on. That rubber recoil pad is sort of medium soft, but it's quite nice. It's textured on the back and it is grippy into your shoulder. I am sort of, so it's a shame I can't shoot this rifle really, because it is a beautiful thing. I'd love to go hunting with this, and of course it's got very fast, very smooth bolt action, but that looks like a decocker, and that is something very new for me from Steyr. So how did I open that bolt then? Because I thought that bolt was locked, but it's not locked. So it doesn't lock the bolt when it's decocked, but it does completely decock it. So decocked, bolt operation, cocked, bolt operation. But of course if it's unsafe, well, it can't fire because there's no spring tension on the firing pin to fire it. Click that forward and off it goes. And for all those people who worry, This is why my bench is foam, because I can't damage rifles on it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of an introduction into this Steyr Mannlicher SM12 rifle. If you want me to do a full review on it, please comment on the Sportsman Gun Centre YouTube page and tell them, let Chris review this rifle. But if not for now, well, we'll maybe look at one in the future. So please like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to click the notification bell. So if I do get to use this rifle that Sportsman Gun Centre have sent me, you'll be the first one to see the full review. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.